loud. Okay, awesome. Good evening. My name is Abigail Meister, and I am from Kansas City, Kansas. I'm so excited to be here with you tonight, where we get to share with you our passion for the company Riman and what it's about. And good job. My mute girl is on. So, I want to just get started telling you a little bit of background about myself. I was former personal trainer, sports performance nutritionist. I remember I was actually training a couple Chiefs family members, and the Chiefs player wanted me to come to one of those meetings, right, about a new opportunity. And well, I just don't know if you tell a Chiefs player who you're training his wife and his mom and his sisters, no, I can't attend your meeting. So I went and I was introduced to the world of direct sales because I had always judged it before, like, no, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not going to sell company stuff. I'm not doing pyramids. But when I walked into that room, I saw two dentists, one who was retiring because he had tripled his business. I saw a banker. I saw a couple Chiefs players. And I was like, maybe I have misjudged this. And I started learning about something called residual income, about creating an income stream that starts on the side and it grows. And so I was open. And I remember at the time I was training hourly. I was paying a gym cut. I was paying a babysitter. I felt like all we had was just enough to pay our bills. And so I said yes. And I spent about 10 years in a company. And it was a company with the right time. It was just in a launch, just like Riman.
Was my line up and tackled. Then he fired his gun.
Don't know how that one. Sorry, guys. And so, that was an incredible experience for me. In the third year, I became a single mom. I was a single mom for 5 years. And I was able to make over 6 figures of full-time income and get to pick my daughter up from school. If any of you out there have ever had the situation where you are a single parent, then you know how important full-time presence is. And so I had an absolutely incredible run with that company. But since COVID, since 2020, things had started changing. The rise of the digital marketer really launched. People learned you can do business online and you can do it well. You can stay home and you can do it. And there were just a lot of shifts in our industry, and new companies started figuring out we have to have a better margin on the product. And companies that pre-existed started cutting a lot of team leaders' paychecks, or they started closing down the direct sales part of the company. And so being in that company I was with for 10 years, I had noticed the last, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years I stayed as the pay kept changing, as the paycheck kept dwindling down. But I had been there for 10 years. I couldn't imagine restarting over somewhere else. I definitely couldn't imagine going back to personal training, or I was also an insurance producer and going back into an office setting. But I knew the money was going down, and this company just hadn't shifted with the times. And I prayed about it. I just kept praying about it. And then I had a friend introduce me to this Korean skincare company. And I didn't know anything about Korean skincare, but they sent me some samples. I told my 12-year-old daughter at the time about it, and she said, Mom, yes, Korean. She was like, it's the best. And she knew about it. And she didn't even have social media. So little 12-year-old girls knew about how big this Korean skincare company would be. But, I met the owners. I flew in, I vetted, I had a lot of conversations. I looked at the company. I thought, you know, if I'm going to make this jump, it can't just be a vertical jump. Like it can't just be a horizontal jump. It has to be a vertical jump. It has to be something bigger, something better where I can really pour in and restart and get that income back up. And I am happy to say this is one of the best moves that I've ever made in my career. And it's been such a blessing. We have been in a first year launch, and I feel like we have hammered out a lot of kinks that companies have in that first year. And we just have told our team, hang on tight, hang on tight. We're going to get through this. We're going to get through this, because if you're in a launch, you're going to go through some growing pains, but you're going to be rewarded. This is the right time, right here, right now. We have gone through a lot. The comp plan has enhanced. The products have been repackaged. The branding, the back office, the IT. Guys, we have been through so much this first year. And so at this point, I feel like it is just prime time. And so I'm going to give you just a little bit of background on the company. And then we are going to go into just sharing some other stories. And I hope you can hear some of these women on the call tonight and see yourself in them. And I want women to be able to look at others women's stories and not compare, but say, if she can do it, I can do it. And that's what I want for you tonight. So at this point, I'm going to get into a share. Bear with me. IT is not my favorite in the world. Here. And I can see your face, Candace. So just give me a thumbs up if I am on the full screen here. And you can see that full screen. Excellent. That was smooth enough. Okay. Okay, guys. So K-Beauty, everybody's claiming they got K-Beauty, but K-Beauty has to come out of South Korea. And, you know, that'd be like somebody in South Korea saying, I have American skincare, and they went to Walgreens. There is a difference, and we're going to share that with you tonight. There is a lot of people plastering K-Beauty on products because of the hype word of it. But I'm here to tell you we have the best K-Beauty product in the world. It's the foundation of honoring oneself through application. From the time the girls are young, they are taught to take care of their skin as a daily practice. And at Riman, we stay true to the roots of K-Beauty, which is turning that ritual into self-care. Winding down in the evening, slowing down, taking care of your skin. So often we have glow up parties and we hear women who have only washed with soap, or they haven't taken care of their skin. And we try to teach them, like, this is for you. This is the one part of your day that can be about you as you relax and you take care of yourself. K-Beauty, Korean beauty, it works to prevent and protect skin. In our Western culture, we're very abrasive on the outer dermis layer. K-Beauty is holistic and healing from the inside out with natural and gentle ingredients, which I'll get into, but they are light years ahead on technology. And that is why you see such radical changes. And that is why people on TikTok and Instagram are catching on to K-Beauty, because we want holistic, but we want something effective that works. And in Riman, we don't just put it in the skincare, we also put it in our makeup. So you are working with the ritual, which layers upon layers, and then you're even taking it into the makeup. Like, why would you make something so beautiful and then slap something chemically ridden on it? You know, we're healing with the skincare, and we're so proud now that we actually have a makeup that enhances and also has nutrients in it too. And K-Beauty trends, guys. If you are looking at a business, it's about timing. It's about relevance in culture. And look at these statistics: 389% increase in global Google searches for Korean skincare over the last 5 years. 61% of US women ages 18 through 44 say they've purchased K-Beauty. I would like to see that stat between 12. the mothers of 12-year-olds, because my daughter is not going into Sephora anymore, but she is using all the K-beauty products. 49% of Gen Z consumers in the US actively use Korean beauty. 83% of K-beauty users report high satisfaction and noticeable skin improvements. 74% of satisfied customers said they've purchased a Korean skincare product within 3 months. Right time, right place, the best. But I don't have to sell you on this tonight. My job is so simple. I get to show you pictures. I get to use it myself, change my skin, walk around all day long, and have people ask me what I've done. My face there is on the second, on the bottom row. When I turned 40, I started really struggling with hormonal acne. I couldn't believe what my face became in 3 months of use. I mean, just look at that. Look at the redness. Look at the under eye circles. Look at the wrinkles. Look at the pigmentation. Look at the texture. This line is the best in the world. And we just share stories and pictures. No hype. It works. Just a little bit about Riman. The name of this company means rebirth. It's an Eastern tradition meeting innovative technology, the Eastern tradition of holistic healing ingredients. This is Chairman An. I've met him. He's the #1 product formulator in Asia. And he was inspired by his daughter's youthful glass skin one night when she was sleeping, that glow. And he was so inspired. He thought, how do I create this? How do I turn back time? And he did it. This is affordable luxury skincare worldwide. And you right now are at the right time, at the right place, learning about the rise of Korean skincare globally. This company is the #1 cosmeceutical Korean skincare brand in the world. There is the office right there in Irvine, which I went to and got to meet with. There's President Danny Bay. There's Tim and Chris, who are our national directors. Got to plan with the vice president and IT. It was an unbelievable meeting just to be listened to and heard and asked, what do North American women want? They are not coming here to just cater to Koreans, American Koreans. They are here for American, African American, white, Asian, Hispanic. They are going global, and they want billions years before they came over here. These are the kind of things I was looking at when I was looking for a vertical jump. Something that was going to explode and last longer and was culturally relevant to where we're at. They had sold 50 million bottles of their active X cream to date. Well, I'll show you that in just a minute. They have 14 patents, 25 global awards. They are derma tested. That is incredibly hard to get through. We can't get through one American ingredient in South Korea. That is a very scrutinous standard of testing. Their office, like I said, is in Irvine. Guys, they paid 14 million in cash. That tells me we aren't just another Me Too movement startup here in North America. Same guys, white labeling, another different product with a couple different formulas, and creating a company, hoping we get past the 3rd year. Financially backed. We're already number 22 on the direct sales national list. Global expansion opportunities. You have first movers advantage being under the first 3 years of this company launching. The opportunities are endless. I am just so impressed with the partners and how every leader in beauty product manufacturing, branding, and design with our new bottles and logos. Guys, Pentagram, they did Tiffany's, they did Saks Fifth Avenue, they did Sephora, Nike, Christian Louis Vuitton. Guys, we are with UNESCO Jeju Island. That is where we get our volcanic water, which I'll go into. We're with Ask Labs. This is where we grow. This is where we research. This is where we manufacture. This is where we test. We are vertically integrated. And this is where we shave off tons of costs and are so affordable, because other companies, they grow this, they ship this, they manufacture over here, they test over here. If one raw material goes wrong, the whole company suffers from it. This is not Riman. That is what the importance of being vertically integrated is all about. We have a house of research and development. Everything is strategic in our partnership. So to get in just a little bit, guys, about the products, we have a Thursday night call that gets in very detailed to products, how to apply. We have makeup on Thursday night. So Thursday night is your master class for learning. But to give you a high level, we have 3 ingredients that just put us apart. One is the giant Byung pool leaf. That in South Korea was tiger's grass. And tigers would mate and they would roll around and they would get scratches and they would roll in what was called the Asiatica centella, or the tiger's grass. Well, guys, our research formulator, Chairman On, had exclusive rights to the Jeju lava energy water on Jeju Island, which I've been to. And he also had the technology. It's a liposome technology. It would take one piece of hair strand, spin it, and it's 450 times smaller. So they take that liposome nanotechnology and they use it with the ingredients of the Jeju lava water and the giant Byung pool. Now, I told you they had an Asiatica centella, or called tiger's grass pennywort. When he sprayed that with the Jeju lava energy water, which he had exclusive research rights to in the world, it grew the size of a cabbage. And that is what's called the Byung pool leaf. Okay, so you have 3 things that absolutely make this skincare line stand apart. And we went into all the patents, our own plant, and all the awards. I literally walked through the buildings where the plants were being grown, all the Byung pool leaves. I got to bathe in it. I got to drink it. It is unbelievable. We have our own island where we do all this stuff. So here is the product suite. Here is the lineup. We are all about cleansing, a double cleanse. We have a triple cleanse with an exfoliant. We hydrate with what's called the Bousei Boo, and then we protect. And you can see we have 2 skincare lines. One is with those rolled gold bottles, and the other one is on the left. It's called the Signature line. It's a 6-step lineup. And one I usually like to start women on, the Signature line. It's more water-based. And then you have the more for mature and aging skin, and it has a more of that nanoliposoma technology. It's called the Radiocin 100 line. It is more oil-based. So I like to start and acclimate people with the Signature. It really gives them that hydration, that glow. A lot of us end up using that Radiocin 100 at night for extra healing. But that is after we have acclimated to the Signature line. We have collagen melting mask. As you can see, we have shampoo and water treatment. It is unbelievable. It's called the Desert Cola line. And guys, it is in South Korea, they can say it is for hair growth and hair loss. In America, we're not allowed to make that claim. But that is what I will say about that, what they say in South Korea. We love it. I have a hair lady who will talk to you a little. Unbelievable cleansing body wash, and then lotion with hydrochloric acid. So your face is starting to look gorgeous, but you ever look down at your legs and you're like, what is happening here? Okay, you want that lotion. That lotion is phenomenal. And then we have a gut health line, the Lifening. It's called Deep Talk Plus. It's in pellet form. You just swallow them. It's a gentle cleanse. And let's just say to be ladies, you will be so regular and feel so good when you wake up in the morning. And if you travel and get backed up, you just take this bad boy with you and you will be golden. And let's face it, our skin is a byproduct of our gut health. And so it's really important to take care of your gut. And then that top, in the top right there, that box, that is the collagen, our collagen shots. Acai, it tastes incredible. You can keep them in the fridge, but you want to be taking care of your skin from the inside out. Okay, and we are so excited because we got our makeup about in April, and it is the most incredible makeup you have ever experienced. That 40 luster cushion, it is like lightweight, buildable coverage. It doesn't look like you're wearing makeup, but it's like you have a filter on your face. It's just, you need to attend a master class on the makeup. You will be blown away. We do glow up parties all the time. Women cannot believe the 40 luster cushion. And then the most incredible stains, mattes I've ever experienced. They don't go on really bright, which usually stains do. You can put it on and it can be light and it stays on all day, and you can once again build the coverage. It is incredible. So why Riman? Why now? Because we are in the mega trend of K-beauty. K-beauty isn't a trend, but we have caught on to it, I think, because we have technology at our fingertips, and we are understanding that we need to protect our health by protecting what goes on our skin, because it is the #1 organ in our body and it absorbs everything. So people aren't buying on brand popularity anymore. They're actually buying on ingredients. They're buying on their health, and they're buying something that makes a change. We are living in the gig economy. Everybody needs an extra $500 a month right now. Everybody needs some kind of supplemental income. Costs are rising everywhere. Gig economy is something on the side. You've got Uber drivers, you've got Airbnb, you've got real estate, you've got, people doing things on the side, because having a job and just paying the bills doesn't pay down debt. It doesn't help you invest into your retirement fund. It doesn't help you pay for your future of kids' college. It doesn't help you if your dishwasher breaks. Like, it doesn't help you for the rising grocery cost. So this business is supposed to be tacked on. If you do eyelashes, why not have the Korean skincare sitting right there? If you do hair, why not have it sitting there? If you go out in public and your face is glowing, why not have a link to share with people? Just like you shared the movie off Netflix that you loved last week. Only if someone watches it or if someone uses it, you get paid. How about that? We're living in the gig economy. People are influencers, they're social selling. We get to build teams here. Everybody, if they love something, is always looking for that link to set up. All right. And here's the other reason why I loved Riman. In the past, where I came from with network marketing, we didn't have a big enough margin on the product to put it on a shelf. Guys, I get to walk in med spas. I get to walk in salons. I get to walk in boutiques. And the margin is big enough on the product that they're willing and they want to carry K-beauty, and they will do this business model. We are a hybrid distribution model. It is not just network marketing. It's not just digital marketing. It also is bricks and mortar marketing. So who do you know that has skin? And as my next speaker would say, who do you know that has hair? So at that point, I'm going to go ahead and pass it to you. This is my dear friend, Candace, and she is from Florida. Floatman or Flotman? I know, I was a little unsure on that. And you need to unmute yourself, Candace. Candace is in controls of muting and keep everyone muted tonight. Down at the bottom left, or I'm prompting you right now.
Do you want me to go first, Abby? I can unmute.
Let's do that. Candace, you try and find that unmute button. I'll keep prompting you. Let me introduce you now to Elena Huffman. Elena is a dear friend of mine from Kansas City. She was one of my very first calls I made when I discovered this. Why? Because she loves women and she loves pulling women together. And so I kind of thought, well, if she could have a glowing face, there's going to be a lot of women who are ask her what she's doing. And I also knew she was open and she was looking, and I'll let her share her story. Why?
Awesome. Hello, everybody. So yeah, my name's Elena and I live in Kansas City. I've been here most of my adult life. I've been married 22 years and have 3 kiddos. My oldest just went off to college. I guess it's a second year of college now on a football scholarship. And then I have a younger daughter who just started high school. And then I have a guy in between. He's a junior. So as you can imagine, we're busy because they love their sports, all the activities, and it's just been it's super fun. So we let's see. So my background basically, we're a dual income household, and because there's like Abby was talking about, like cost of living is not getting any cheaper, right? So we've always been a dual income family, and we've been blessed that we have been busy with all the different opportunities that have come our way. And I will say that don't judge a book by its cover, because on the outside, my husband's a chiropractor. I've been in sales and marketing, business development, and we have had success, and we have the home, the cars, all the things, but we're always looking for additional ways to bring in income. Okay. So I am open. So that's a little tip. Never judge somebody like, oh, they don't need this. They're not going to be interested. Well, Abby knew that I was looking, because at the end of the day, my husband and I were talking, we're like, whatever we're doing, what we're doing is not going to get us to where we want to be, right? Who can relate to that? Doing what you're doing now is not going to get the little checks off the vision board, right? So with that, Abby knew I was looking. She knew I was open. So February of 2024, I get a phone call. I was at the time working for corporate America. I was a recruiter, and she called, and I saw the call, but I had to do the the button, and she called again. She called like 3 or 4 times, and I couldn't take the call because I was busy in my job. And then she messaged me like, you've got to call me back. So I called her back, and she's like, I've got something. And I'm like, talk to me. So she did call me. If she would have texted me this information, I don't know, I wouldn't have heard the excitement in her voice and the passion and conviction. Okay, so that's key. She called me. I picked up the phone, and she's like, I found something. I'm like, what is it? She's like, it's a company that's already proven its sales, already 2.5 billion in 4 years. They're coming to the US. This is a demonstrable product. I'm like, okay. She's like, we can launch it here in Kansas City and build, our culture, our team. I'm like, okay, what is it? And she told me skincare. And I'm like, oh no, I don't know anything about skincare. So I kind of got deflated, but she's like, it's K-Beauty. And I'm like, huh? So I didn't know about K-Beauty, but my daughter did at the time. She was 14. So we chatted a little bit longer, and I love Abby, respect her, all the things. And I'm like, okay, I'm in. So I got in, of course, at the whatever package I could, the biggest one, because I wanted to try all the things. I wanted to try the skincare and the hair and the body care. At the time, we didn't have makeup. So a couple days later, Abby's like, come over and let's wash your face. That's all she said. Let's wash your face. So I go to her house, and it was so cute because she just got her products in herself. And so we literally pressed play, and we watched a Korean woman go through the double wash, and then the Bousei Boo, all the things. And we're just like press and play and doing it. Like, do we do it right? We didn't know what we were doing, but all I knew was, from someone like me, that was approaching 50 years old, I hadn't taken care of my skin. And my skin was looking a little rough, right? I mean, I used like a makeup wipe to take off makeup. That's embarrassing. So after one use, I was like, oh my goodness, like it feels amazing. So I was like, yes, the products are good. Yes, I can do this. I could share this, right? So basically, I started making my list. I started contacting some friends that I knew were looking and business minded, got them on the phone with Abby for a connection call, started getting product on faces, and the rest is history. So we're now 18 months in. I am a team leader and I'm continuing to grow my residual income and build a team. And yeah, I'm just excited for what Riman has to hold for us in the future.
Amazing. Elena, thank you so much. I love your story. I love just how simple you keep it and how much you just continually love women and ask them if they're open and interested. And then Elena's our glow up party queen. I'll let her share with you just a little bit in a second. Um, just her favorite way, really, to work this business. So, Candace.
I'm unmuted, but your connection's kind of warbly, just so you know.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I've got some bad news. Abigail asked me to be on this call a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, yes. And she goes, okay, you've got 3 to 5 minutes to say what you need to say. I'm like, that's not enough time. I've got so much to say. She's like, well, your people have stuff to do, and we need to be respectful of their time. I'm like, okay, I'll do what I can. So I'm going to try my best to talk as fast as I can so that you guys can get back to your families, because I know that's super important. So my name is Candace Floatman. I am living in Panama City, Florida. I am a wife to the most amazing man. He is retired Air Force. He's an Air Force fighter pilot and physician, total overachiever. And together we have 4 amazing kids. And I can tell you that if I would have known how much sports cost, club sports and car insurance, I probably would have looked for an opportunity like this when I was about 15, because these kids are so expensive. Our oldest is about to get married in October. We just moved our oldest daughter into college for her junior year in Tallahassee. And then I have twin 16-year-olds. So if you have kids, I would love for you to put in the chat how many kids you have, because gosh, they are the driving force behind everything that I do, right? They're the driving force behind, I wanted to have an opportunity to be present. And my husband, as an Air Force guy, we were busy and he was gone all the time. And as a hairstylist, I'm a hairstylist by trade. I'm a product junkie by nature. And it was really hard for me to recreate myself every time we moved, which was a lot, every 2 to 3 years. So 15 years ago or so, I've been in this industry for about 13 years. So, well, 15 years ago, my husband's like, I don't know if I want to do the Air Force forever. And we knew we were facing a transfer to DC. And DC is great for some people. It is not great for Team Floatman. We are small town people. We're beach people. We are not big city people. And we were sick of bouncing boxes all over the globe. And we were sick of schlepping kids in and out of schools. And we started looking, we're like, what else can we do? And back then, like, the froyo rage was everything. And Jay's like, let's open a frozen yogurt shop. And I'm like, okay. So we started digging into this, and little did we know, it's about 15 years ago, it was about $350,000 to open a frozen yogurt stand, and shop. And we were like, we don't have that. And truth be told, I didn't want to schlep 4 kids to shut down a frozen yogurt place. And I didn't want to, I was like, oh, we've got to find something else. And so we moved to DC, and a friend told me about a business. And I was with another premium skincare company for 10 years. And I thought I was using quality products. And when I look back at this, I realized that I was using products that were high end, but they were full of chemicals. They were full of toxins. And Abigail reached out to me in January of 2024. And she's like, hey, I've got something I want to talk to you about. And I was like, look, I was kind of circling the drain with my other company, but I was loyal and I did not want to start all over. I had built a team, a big team, and I was loyal, and I had like I kind of had found a groove. And so she's like, okay. I said, if something changes, I'm gonna let you know. Well, last July, everything changed. And oh, I'm gonna try not to cry. We found out that they were changing their pay structure, and in a night, I lost the business I had built, I lost the paycheck, and I lost a community of really great friends. And it shattered me. And a couple days later, I called Abigail and I said, hey, turns out things have changed and I'm interested in what you have to say. And she said, okay, I'm going to get you on a call with Chris. And so Jay and I sat there in our kitchen, and Chris and Abigail told us about K Beauty. They told us about Riman. And, Abigail had sent us some products, and Jay and I kind of dabbled in it. And I didn't want to fall in love with it because I was with another company, but I was really digging these products. And I'm like, okay. And after this call with Chris and Abigail, Jay goes, Candace, you can't afford to not do this. He said, it's a global brand. I mean, right now we're already in 8 countries with a projection of 50 more in the next 5 years. My last company, we were in 3 countries in 17 years. And I asked my best friend, I was like, why is it that it took forever to get into all of these countries? Like, why couldn't we get into these countries? And she goes, because our stuff was filled with crap. And my friend has joined me, and I can't wait to tell you about her later tonight. But so we joined, and Jay's like, it's a global brand. It's a consumable product. And I'm not a gatekeeper. Women are so great at sharing what they love. And it's easy to talk about products that you love: hair care, makeup, skincare. I love being a woman. I have 3 girls, and they love products. They're their mother's daughter. So the night I got my kit, I was sitting in the bathtub drinking my wine, and my twins, who were 15 at the time, burst through the door. They're like, it's here. K Beauty is here. And I'm like, okay. There's no privacy as a mom. So they come in and they literally start unboxing stuff and telling me how to use the oil and the cleanser. And they've got this and this and this. And I was like, how on earth do you know about K Beauty? And they're going, Mom, how do you not? And I was like, okay, this is our future. Well, in the past year and a little bit, I've watched all 3 of my girls grow in their confidence. I mean, they will tell you how pretty they are. They will tell you that their acne isn't popping up every time they have a period. And my daughter had super bad back knee, and it's gone because of these products. So can I tell people about this all day long? My 20-year-old, or she's almost 20, joined me in this business, and we are able to grow this together. So that's super fun. So I will tell you this to wrap it up. Riman has given us products that I am proud to share. I'm confident to share. I'm happy. I'm almost 49, or I'm 49 years old, and I'm almost 50. And I am so happy with the skin I'm in. They've given us an opportunity to partner with a global billion-dollar brand with products I can stand behind and promote with the utmost confidence. And the surprise that I wasn't counting on was they gave me a community that has healed my heart and made me confident and made me excited and proud to be part of something bigger than life. So if you are questioning this, don't. My only regret was not joining Abigail 6 months earlier. So I hope I could do this in 5 minutes or less.
It didn't matter. It was amazing. I love your story. I love your passion. I love your daughter's involvement. Guys, she was at the convention, at the last convention with her daughter, learning all the things. My daughter is also years old, and when people ask her what she wants to be when she grows up, she says a network marketer. I say, honey, don't say a network marketer. But like, there's a connotation on that. Maybe say like, a Korean skincare influencer or a beauty. And I'm like, you know what? No, she's proud of her mom. Her mom has traveled the world, supported her, and shows up at everything. And that's what my daughter wants to be. She just wants to do what I've done. And I don't think she'll have this life with any other job that she gets. So it's a good idea. Okay, we are gonna just kind of cruise through this very last part, and we're almost there, guys. Thank you guys so much for sharing your stories. Candace, are we back on screen? Okay, awesome. Okay, so just comp plan, not going to go in depth on it. We do have an orientation call every week, but here's what you need to know. We just launched in North America. No sales minimums. We have 3 affiliate ranks. We have 4 building ranks. Guys, once you hit an affiliate rank, you are there forever. There's no falling back. Okay. You can make anywhere from 10 to 54% commission on personal sales based on your ranks. There's what's called open line pay. There's unilevel pay. There's bonus pay. There's retail pay, lots of pays. Commission brackets and ranks that do not reset every month. We're on a rolling cycle. I've heard women ask this. And it's, it's really frustrating when you accumulate a lot of volume and then it resets at the beginning of the month. We are on a rolling cycle. So some ranks you have 3 months when you first start, then 5 months, and you don't lose it all. It's 1 month falls off. So you have another month to get it up. So you're always on a rolling cycle. I didn't know what that meant. We have an incredible check match. So if you want to be more than an affiliate, if you want to do more than just selling retail off a shelf and you want to build a team, there's an incredible check match and leadership revenue shares. It is only $20 to join in the US and it's free in Canada. And guys, it's your team. We have unbelievable North American directors. Everyone has an incredible team, systems. We literally partner as sisters together. There's no this team, that team. We have calls every week that we collab on. We are one big team, one big family. The culture here is absolutely insane. We are just a community of inclusion and diversity. And guys, we have retreats. I just got back from Cabo in the spring. In the fall, when I hit director, I got to go to South Korea and fly to Jeju Island and see the farms. Guys, some companies are like, here, let's go do a vacation here, earn your trip, earn your points, and we'll go here. This company's like, let's own an island. Let's build villas on an island for our own people to come and enjoy and experience. That's like sick. Like, who does that? This company built a village for its planners, and it was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. I'm so grateful for the cultural just experience I had. It was unbelievable. We have conventions, we have glow up parties. We like to say, you just got to use it. You got to talk about it. You got to demo it. And however you want to do that, whether it's online, offline, there's no right or wrong way to do this here. So what's next for you? Look at these calls right here. So right now you are on a Tuesday opportunity call. If you want to do this business and you want to share it with your friends, but you don't know what to say, all you have to do is invite them back on this call next Tuesday and we'll do it for you. We have power hour, working hours, where we guide women on Monday and Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Central to take action in their business. And we teach social media. We teach how to do a glow up. We teach social selling. We teach follow-ups. We equip you with the skills you need to have your own business. And every Thursday night at 7, you don't need to get started and be an expert on the product. You can just invite someone to a masterclass, or you can invite somebody to a glow up party. Basically, you can leverage walking around with a face that glows. And when you tell people you're using Korean skincare, they have already heard about it. They have already heard about it. And the question is, well, what brand? Where do you get it? So momentum and culture is like wind at your back. And another way to get started, guys, is you get product, get enough for yourself to change your skin, and maybe get an extra set. So you can have what's called a borrow bag. When I first started, I would put a bag outside my doorstep and let someone come pick it up and use it for 4 days. And then I'd tell them to put it outside their doorstep and get another woman out there. And people have such FOMO because in 3 days, you can absolutely see the difference. So I'm telling you, if you can just stay around the campfire, plug into the calls, plug into the communities. If you're new here, if you just joined this business, we want to invite you to our convention that's coming up. It is not too late. It is in not this week, but the week after that in Vegas. If there is a will, there is a way. You will expedite your business tenfold and what you learn and what you take away and how you'll be inspired if you can get yourself there. And those pictures above, that is a massage therapist who just thought my face was glowing. She ordered as a customer, her face was glowing. She didn't even do facials, but all her customers would ask her why her face is glowing. And she's like, I have to carry this here because I have to start building residual income. I can't for the rest of my life do 6-7 massages a day. I want to start growing a business. And that's another picture of just a glow up party. But the most important thing, guys, is just take a picture of your skin, use the product, and share the transformation it's made with compassion, and think about ways, if you want to go big here, that you can do that with more and more people. So that is all the time that we have tonight. I wanted to get you out of here in 45 minutes. We only went 2 minutes over. So I just want you, if you are interested in this opportunity, to get back with the person who invited you on this call tonight and tell them you're ready to get started. And then we'd love to see you back again on Thursday night's masterclass, where we are going to have 2 incredible skincare women go over application of the signature line and the Radius in 100 line. So thank you so much for your time tonight, and we'll hope to see you on Thursday's call.